kind of like a match. On usually that's one way anyway on scratch start. You can also use the tip of the rod to flick and get the arc started. And I also have seen people flick one end and then twirl the other end of the rod around like a drummer with a drumstick, so that they don't have any risk of contaminating an X-ray well that's going to be X-rayed with tungsten particles. But for today, we're not really too worried about that. So for the most part, I'm trying to just leave the rod in, but occasionally it comes out, and I'm, a little shaking, little arms wrapped around the camera. I'm taking it. This is actually two different pieces here. I'm trying to shoot one of them, get some hand positioning shots, and then another one, whole separate one for the arc shots because the camera's pretty close. But for the most part, I'm trying to leave the rod in there. It's a 1/8 rod, which is 3.2 millimeter. I'm using a 3/32 tungsten, a 2.4 millimeter. It's hard to tell that when the image is magnified so much. I'm zoomed in sometimes a lot. And I'll position one like this too. So we're welding the bottom and the top, and then the sides vertical up. Now what I would do here is I would weld the bottom first, because the weld metal is going to shrink. And if I weld the whole thing from bottom to top, it's going to really want to draw up. But if I weld a good inch or so on the bottom first, then the weld metal will shrink and it'll kind of pivot on those two side tacks, and it'll pull it downward a little bit, not much, just a little bit, but then it's easy to pull it upward. It's going to want to pull upward because I can weld uphill even just the sides, and it'll pull it. It'll always pull in the direction of the travel of the bead. So I'm going to go ahead and weld probably an inch and a half or so of this bottom